6 painfully long months, the king of anime is finally back, and our beloved Straw Hats are playing so dirty even the Gorosei are shaking in their Gucci robes. Drop a One Piece 1123 in the comments if you've been dying for the GOAT anime to return. Ladies and gents, no more stalling. Let's dive in. The episode starts with Egghead Island covered in darkness, but soon the sun rises, lighting the place up like Times Square on New Year's. Even little Laboon was out for a casual morning swim. In some random city, people were sprinting like it was Black Friday just to grab the newspapers falling from the sky. And the headlines? Bro, they broke the internet. First, they said Grandpa Garp vanished in Hachinosu. Then they dropped the bomb that Emperor Straw Hat Luffy took a bunch of hostages at Egghead. Back at Makino's bar in East Blue, the crowd was in denial. Nobody was buying either of those stories. While everyone was panicking, the mayor told them to chill. Garp's a living legend, and legends don't die easy. But our clown brain buddy was losing it so bad, he started cursing out Makino's baby. The baby laughed anyway when he looked at Luffy's face on the paper. The mountain bandits were stressing hard because no one ever comes back from Pirate Island. Even Dadan told them to shut up, while she tried to figure out what Luffy and Garp were up to. And yeah, she was bawling like a telenovela villain. Suddenly, birds started fleeing and the ground shook like Big Mom tripped in stilettos. It was so insane that after the quake, a tsunami rolled in like it wanted a rematch. This was labeled the biggest earthquake in recorded history. Poor Laboon almost drowned again. People screamed to run for the hills, but it was already too late. And guess who were the only folks not worried about any of it? That's right, the Celestial Dragon, chilling in their sky castles without a care in the world. This megaquake happened 6 days after the kingdom of Lulusia got Thanos snapped off the map. Navy reports said Lulusia was now just a big old hole in the sea. And you already know who's behind all this chaos. Yeah, that guy. Thanks to Imusama's Earthquake DLC, sea levels rose by a whole meter worldwide. On the land of three-legged ladies, the beaches disappeared overnight. Some islands sank, and sharks were casually swimming into people's living room. The fishermen, they were just happy it might be a good day to catch dinner. Priorities, man. Meanwhile, back at Egghead, a fleet of 100 Navy warships had rolled up, packed with over 30,000 troops. They were led by 9 vice admirals, with faces like they'd just bitten into a lemon, except for Doll, cause she's fine as hell. And of course, the troublemaker Kizaru showed up to crash the party. Invading Egghead wasn't gonna be easy, cause the Sea Beast Mekas were putting in work on those clowns. That is, until Kizaru showed up and blasted a hole straight through a poor Robo-Giraffe's chest. Fluffy King Sentomaru yelled not to attack the Navy's own Sea Beast, but Mr. Slowpoke Brain said it wasn't his fault. They attacked first. After a solid 10 seconds of work, he went full gamer mode and slurped up a cup of chicken-flavored ramen. The island was crawling with Mark III pacifistas under Sentomaru's command. Kizaru told him to quit playing and just rejoin the Navy already, but Sentomaru said there's no mercy if they try to set foot on this island. He said Uncle Punk developed the pacifista laser tech by studying Kizaru's powers and never imagined that shiny old man would come to erase him. But Kizaru replied that digging into the Void Century is a crime. Not even he can look past that. He said he's just a puppet for the Navy and didn't want to kill his best friend. And guess whose fault it all is? The Straw Hats, of course, for stopping Rob Lucci from giving Vegapunk a buzz cut. But of course, what hit the front page was the complete opposite of what really happened. They said the Straw Hats took Dr. Vegapunk hostage and barricaded themselves inside. And that clown Saturn was loving the fake news Morgans cooked up. One of the world government's bootlickers reported that the CP0 agents and the rest of their squad got clapped by Sentomaru. And with that unbreakable barrier, nobody could go in or out of the lab. Saturn asked where the tech staff and workers of Egghead were. A Marine replied they had already evacuated, and their ships were spotted. So Saturn, being the wholesome grandpa he is, said they might know too much and ordered all their ships sunk. The soldier also mentioned Bonnie was with the Straw Hats, but Saturn couldn't care less. He said she's just a little girl and not needed anymore, so spare her. Oh, so Bonnie gets the baby girl pass, but thousands of innocent Egghead researchers gotta go Titanic? This old man's a straight-up villain. Right after that, Kizaru's men intercepted a transmission coming from inside Egghead. The Admiral whipped out his fancy Rolex Dendenmushi and tapped in. Turns out it was York calling Mary Joise, asking why the Gorosei were trying to off her too, since she was the one who snitched on Stella in the first place. But the bearded boomers weren't buying it and said she's still a Vegapunk, so she had to go. York clapped back, saying if she cared about the Void Century, she wouldn't have handed them that juicy info. The old dudes started grilling her, and she laughed like a Bond villain, saying Egghead belonged to her now. She even threatened, bragging that the Seraphim would stomp anyone who tried to get cute. Asked if they really wanted to start a war with her. Bold move, York. That's when Jupiter said they changed their mind, and asked if she could recreate the Mother Flame, aka that cute little firecracker that vaporized the kingdom of Lelouchia. York started cackling, saying she knew they'd need her eventually. She told them the only power plant that can make the Mother Flame is on Egghead, so if they even scratch her or the lab, they lose the deadliest weapon on the planet. The Gorosei agreed to protect York, and even offered to make her a celestial dragon. After all that, she started crying and begged them to get her out of there ASAP, screaming that Luffy was going to end her. Did she really think she'd get away with everything she pulled? Adorable. Meanwhile, Luffy was casually munching a steak while Zoro asked what they should do with York now that she's useless, and York was screeching for someone to come wipe out those damn straw hats already. Even Nami had the Glock out, ready to pop a cap in that tin can trader's CPU. Luffy said they could just use her as a human shield to escape, and the squad was chilling so hard that Giga Sim Sanji was out there flipping pancakes for Bonnie. Robin was looking rough, but our Doc Chopper was patching her up. She'll be fine, and it was thanks to her that Vegapunk was still in one piece. The crew still couldn't believe that Soda Can York fooled every other Vegapunk on her own. Usopp said there's no way they're escaping this island, but our boy Luffy just flashed a smile like it's just another Tuesday. He grabbed the Denden Mushi and ran straight at York, saying they're using her to force their way out of here. My dude, One Piece came back swinging, and the Straw Hat Gang is making York regret being born. If you want to see what happens next and whether the squad escapes with the entire world government breathing down their necks, drop a One Piece 1123 in the comments, so YouTube blesses this masterpiece with max reach. I'm counting on you. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe so we can hit 1 million subs by the end of the year. Thanks for watching till the end. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.